On a rainy Thursday evening, Maria zipped up her thin jacket and counted the last $10 in her wallet. Rent was due in 2 days. Her fridge was nearly empty, and yet, she still smiled as she slipped 2 of those dollars into a worn envelope marked future. It seems impossible, doesn't it? To save money when you barely have enough to get by. Yet around the world, countless people on modest incomes manage to build a cushion, slowly but surely. They don't rely on windfalls or lottery tickets. They rely on habits, quiet, repeatable actions that turn survival into stability. This isn't about denying small joys. These 6 habits are different. They're creative and proven by real people facing today's tough economy. And if Maria can set aside money on a rainy Thursday night, maybe you can too. Long before budgeting apps and financial podcasts, saving under constraint was about community and creativity. During the Great Depression, families in the U.S. stored spare coins in coffee tins hidden under floorboards. In parts of Africa and Asia, neighbors formed rotating savings groups. Each month, one member would take home the pooled contributions, ensuring everyone eventually received a larger sum. Fast forward to the 1990s, and microfinance movements brought small loans and savings programs to low-income workers, proving that discipline, not wealth, was the real engine of financial growth. Today, technology revives these traditions in new forms: roundup apps, digital envelopes, and online accountability groups. The thread that runs through history is clear. When money is tight, the smartest savers don't wait for higher income. They build systems that work even in scarcity. And these systems aren't just relics. They've quietly shaped the 6 habits you're about to discover. Habit 1. The reverse budget whisper. Most people budget the same way. They spend first, then hope to save what's left. The problem? Often, there's nothing left. People who always manage to save flip this idea upside down. They're reverse budget whispers. Take Ahmed, a delivery driver in Cairo. Each payday, before he pays bills or buys groceries, he immediately pulls out a small slice for savings, even if it's just $1. If I wait until the end of the month, it disappears, he says. By treating savings as non-negotiable, Ahmed avoids the trap of maybe later. This works because of something psychologists call anchoring. The first decision sets the tone for everything that follows. By anchoring your month with savings, the rest of your spending automatically adjusts. Even small amounts add up, and more importantly, they reinforce the identity of "I am someone who saves." Today's digital tools make it even easier. Banking apps can automatically sweep a tiny percentage into a savings account the moment your paycheck arrives. You don't see it, so you don't miss it. Over months, those invisible dollars build into something powerful, proof that you can grow wealth, even from scarcity, by flipping the script. Before we move on to the next habit, I'd highly recommend that you subscribe to this channel if you want daily frugal living tips and smart money strategies that actually work in real life. And don't forget to like this video and share it with a friend who's also trying to save more money, even on a tight budget. Habit 2. The scavenger mindset, not stingy, inventive. For Ravi, a mechanic in Mumbai, saving money isn't about pinching every penny. It's about seeing hidden value. He calls it scavenger thinking. When his blender broke, he didn't rush to replace it. Instead, he checked his neighborhood's free cycle app, where people give away unused items. Within a week, he had a working blender at no cost. He applies the same mindset everywhere. He borrows tools from neighbors, repurposes jars into storage containers, and even turns leftover rice into crispy snacks. This habit is not about being stingy. It's about being inventive. Instead of focusing on what he lacks, Ravi asks, "What can I use differently?" That shift helps him stretch his money while living creatively. Globally, this mindset is growing. Cities now have swap shelves, repair cafes, and online marketplaces where you trade instead of buy. Even social media groups thrive on people giving away clothes, books, or furniture for free. The scavenger mindset not only saves cash, it builds community and reduces waste. In a world of rising prices and climate concerns, turning leftovers and cast-offs into treasures is not just smart. It's modern. Habit 3. The micro-goal ladder. Saving $500 may feel impossible. Saving 50 cents today? Much easier. That's the secret of the micro-goal ladder. Sophia, a student in Bogotá, wanted to build an emergency fund but felt overwhelmed by the large number. So she broke it into micro steps, 50 cents a day. Every time she reached a small milestone, $5, $10, she celebrated with a smiley sticker in her notebook. Slowly, those tiny amounts grew into a cushion she never thought possible. This works because our brains love quick wins. Achieving small goals releases dopamine, which fuels motivation to keep going. Big, vague goals feel heavy, but tiny ones feel doable and add up. Today, apps make micro-saving automatic. Roundup features take the spare change from each purchase and tuck it away. Even coin jars at home serve the same purpose. Think of it like climbing a ladder. Each rung feels small, but taken together, they lift you higher than you imagined. With micro goals, the question isn't, can I save $500? It becomes, can I save 50 cents today? And that's a question almost anyone can answer with yes. Habit 4. Social accountability twins. Saving money is hard when no one notices if you slip. That's why some of the best savers create accountability twins, partners who keep them honest. Jamal in Nairobi and Lena in Buenos Aires live thousands of miles apart, but they share one rule. Each Friday, they send each other a photo of their savings transfer. If one skips, they must donate a small amount to a cause the other chooses. It's fun, but it also stings if I fail, Lena laughs. This habit works because humans are wired to care about reputation. We may break promises to ourselves, but we rarely want to disappoint a friend. By turning savings into a shared challenge, Jamal and Lena stay consistent even when motivation runs low. Technology makes this easier than ever. You can create group chats, join saving challenges on apps, or set up shared trackers with friends. The magic isn't in the money, it's in the partnership. Saving becomes less lonely, more social, and far more likely to stick. Habit 5. The 48-hour delay ritual. Impulse spending is the silent thief of savings. But people who always manage to save have a clever defense. They delay. Lisa, a young teacher in Manila, keeps what she calls a maybe list. Every time she feels the urge to buy something, a new dress, a phone case, even takeout, she writes it down with the date. Her rule? She must wait 48 hours before making a decision. Most of the time, the craving fades, or she realizes she already has a substitute at home. This small pause is powerful. Studies in behavioral science show that waiting even one day reduces impulse purchases by nearly a third. In 2 days, the urge often disappears entirely. What's surprising is how this ritual doesn't feel restrictive. It feels freeing. Instead of guilt after buying something unnecessary, Lisa feels proud when she crosses items off the maybe list without spending a cent. Modern shoppers can also use online hacks. Leave items in your cart and walk away. After 48 hours, if it still feels essential and you can afford it, go ahead. If not, you've just saved money without feeling deprived. Habit 6. The future self time capsule. Elias in Istanbul has a unique habit. Whenever he feels the urge to splurge, he listens to a voice memo he recorded months ago, his own voice, speaking as his future self. In it, he thanks his present self for resisting small temptations and explains how that decision built the stability he now enjoys. It sounds unusual, but it works. Psychologists call it future self-connection. Most people treat their future self like a stranger. By making that person feel real, through letters, emails, or recordings, we strengthen the bond and make sacrifices today feel meaningful. Elias even schedules emails to arrive 1 year later, reminding him of his dreams, owning a scooter, paying for night school, helping his parents. When he rereads them, his goals feel alive again. You don't need fancy tools to try this. Write a note, record a quick video, or make a vision board. When temptation calls, let your future self answer. On their own, each habit feels small, but together, they weave into a strong net. It's not about living with less, it's about designing clever systems that work under pressure. Like strands of rope, the more you layer them, the stronger they hold. And in uncertain times, that strength is what turns fragile paychecks into steady progress. Even the best savers stumble. Falling off track is normal. What matters is the restart. Most importantly, remember your why, whether it's security, freedom, or peace of mind. Saving is not about perfection. It's about persistence. You don't need wealth to save. You need systems that work for real life. And those systems can begin with the next dollar in your pocket. Now, if you want to learn more about achieving financial success, then watch this video next.